This is Lokesh, and today we are going to discussing about web element and web locators. Web element is nothing but in the page what all the values are presented that all are coming from web elements. And web locators means each web element to identify uniquely we are going to provide element locators. Web elements what all the list of items are presented means this all browser, page, edit box, link box, button, and image, text area, checkbox, radio button, drop down box, list box, combo box, web table, and HTML table frame. Okay. How we are going to operations we can able to do each individual we are going to discussing now. Operations on browser, launching browser, navigate to specified URL, close focused browser, close all opened browser means we can able to launch one browser and we can able to navigate to specified URL. We can able to close that uh, focused browser. We can able to close all browsers, and also we can able to do some other activities like navigate from one URL to another URL, and we can able to use backward direction and forward direction, and we can able to refresh that page, and we can able to maximize the browser, we can able to minimize the browser. These all operations we can able to do in the browser level. Page level we can able to get the title, we can able to get the source, we can able to get that URL for that page. Edit box we can able to enter some value, we can able to get the value, we can able to clear the value, we can able to check the extension, we can able to check enable status. This all operation we can able to do edit box. Link clicking extension status, and we can able to return the name of the link. Operation for on image, like general images are also present, like there is no nothing operations on particular image, and image some buttons also they can able to put, and redirecting purpose also they can able to use images. Operations on checkbox, we can able to check displayed or not, enabled or not, selected unselected operations we can able to do it. Operations on button like click, enable status, displayed status we can able to check it. Text area we can able to one operation, that's a return and capture the text array. Radio button means select a radio button, check extension, check enable status, and verify radio button is selected or not. Particular value is like that particular radio button icon is selected or not. We can able to check it. Operations on drop down is select an item. We can able to select one item, extension, enable status, and we can able to count that how many items are presented in drop down. List boxes, select one or more items, item count, check extension, enable status, we can able to check. Combo bus, select item, return item, check extension, check enable status. Operations on web table, HTML table, like web table, like how we are creating a table in Excel file, right? The same structure, rows and columns are presented. We can able to get the cell value, we can able to get the row count, we can able to get cell count. Operations on frame means one frame to another frame it will be with switch, like switch switch from one window to frame or frame to window, like that. And second condition is element locators. These element locators basically see object property values is presented for page title Google, like that. Selenium we can able to locator value means edit box. In edit box, imagine edit box having name equal to email. That is the one we are going to. This is a web element is text box, locator is name, value is email, like that. In UFT, object is page, property is title, and value is Google, like that. What is locator is basically means identify the web element uniquely within a web page. that web page we need to identify uniquely, that we can able to use locators. And we can able to say in 3 or below version we have 8 locators: id, name, class name, tag name, link test, partial link test, css selector, expert. And 4 or beta version we have above, below, to left of, to right of, nearby. Okay. Find element method now accepting a new method is with the tag name, which returns relative locator. Note, imagine, see Java binding now supporting with by instead of with the tag name. Allow user to pick a locator for with their choice like by.id, by.css selector, etc. Sorry. This feature is landing for Selenium 4 beta version 3. How it works, right? How does it works? Selenium uses the JavaScript function, that is get bounding client React, to find the relative element. This function returns a property of the element such as right or left, bottom and top. Locators may be like, why we need to use different locators. We have IDs, right? Then why we need to use name? See, developer may not provide all the locator from all elements, but some locators may be a duplicate. Imagine there are name is presented, three text boxes in a web page. He want to use to enter a value for three places in one time. Then he can able to use same name. That is a duplicate, correct? Uniquely. Password field is there. One time I need to enter in one place. Then you can able to use unique value to enter. But two password fields are present. But you have to enter first one. Then you have to use uniquely. Then we can able to do it. For inspecting an element, we have a Firebug and Firepath plugins we need to install in Mozilla Firefox. If using Google Chrome or IE, no need to install any plugin. They have built-in function, that is a developer tool. One by one, we are going to check for element locators. ID is basically uniquely we can able to create by.id and ID value. In a example like driver.find element by.id and name. Driver is an object, find element is in a method, by is in a class, id is locator, and email is in a value. Same how we are going to create. This is the example we can able to create. But reducing this duplicate code, see this email one two times is repeated, right? To reducing this duplicate, and we can able to create web element email driver.find element by.email id, then separate that email dot send keys and email dot clear. It will reduce the duplicate code. A name also same way, no need to bother about it. But see, class, a class they can able to provide class equal to some name, that is we can able to use by that class name for entering or clicking anything. Tag name is nothing but HTML tag, that we need to use a tag name by that tag name, and which is the tag it is presented like button, input, text area, which one span or something, to getting something like that. That's in case. Link test means in a Google place you can able to see Telugu, Tamil, Malayalam, Marathi, Hindi, English, right? That's all the links we can able to clicking purpose we can able to use by that link test, that which is the link that name is present in that name, and that click. Partial link test, inside another link it is presented, that links we can able to use partial link test. CSS select also same like ID how we are going to provide the same way, but here is CSS selector and dot extension we can able to use the name. Before name we are using dot. It indicates the CSS selector path. And XPath we have two different things. This is XPath is like XML document shows a direct to the web application element locators. It's a relative expert and absolute expert. Absolute expert means we need to end we need to write like this, dev a like this. And if you're going for relative expert, we can able to directly indicate this path only. No need to bother about remaining. We can able to directly anchor tag and value of that anchor tag we can able to use. And up to 8, which is the locator is faster than comparing to other locators, means CSS selector is the faster one because it will get the fast value. And we have remaining thing like above and below, a top, to left of, to right of, nearby, right? This is a beta version of 4 is presented. Above means if you imagine there is a page, username and password, you have to use the password web element. That web element, using that web element, above is the method like with by that tag name, which is the tag name is presented above one, that tag name that above. And you can able to specify that password field web element, then it will above password field, which is the element is present, that value it will check. And you can able to use the web element dot send keys, and you can able to enter the value. Below is the same also, same like above. You can able to use first email, you get that email address field value web element, use that. And you can able to use with by the tag name dot below, then you can able to pass that value of email id, then it will enter the value into password field. To left of means, imagine that the same form you have cancel and submit button. Cancel button is presented, submit button. Use a submit button to cancel the left side of cancel button. Use a submit button value and click it. To right off means, take the cancel value web element and click for right side of submit button. Nearby means, like email id field is there, label is there, use that label and you can able to enter for next to the email text box. It will by default it will take 50 pixel for that to enter the value. That's all about this video. If you like this video, please like my video, please subscribe my YouTube channel.